What's going on YouTube? John here, and today I have a review of the HTC One Max on Verizon Wireless. Verizon provided this to me for review purposes. We're going to talk about the hardware, the software, and everything in between, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to notice when you look at the HTC One is just how massive this phone is. It features a 5.9-inch 1080p display, and unless you have very big hands, you're going to have to use two hands to use this mobile device here. As you can see, the volume rocker and the power button is on the right hand side. Up top you have an IR blaster so you can control your TV and your headphone jack. On the left hand side is a switch there to remove the back cover. And on the back here you have your rear facing camera, and also new to the HTC One Max is the fingerprint scanner that you can use to unlock this phone. I didn't find that very useful, especially in the spot it was at, but that little button here will remove the back panel there. The HTC One did not do this. This way you can insert your SIM card, you can insert an SD card as well. You can see the battery there is not removable though. Unfortunately, it should have been. Like I mentioned before, the HTC One Max features a 5.9-inch full 1080p HD display. It weighs in at 217 grams. It is a very heavy phone. It also features a Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 processor, which is clocked at 1.7 gigahertz. It's a quad-core CPU. It also features 2 gigs of memory, and it also features NFC as well. Comparing the One Max to some other devices here, the Galaxy Note 3, which I am also reviewing right now, you can see that the Note 3 almost fits inside the screen of the HTC One Max. Here we have my iPhone 5, which is the same size as the iPhone 5S, and you can see it is tiny compared to this thing. The whole iPhone 5 fits inside of the screen of the HTC One Max. Next, we have the iPad mini, the newest one here. You can see that they are almost the same size. It fits inside the screen almost of the iPad mini. And finally, the new iPad Air here. You can see that it is quite a bit bigger than the HTC One Max, but still, this HTC One Max is massive in size. The HTC One Max is running Android 4.3 with HTC Sense 5.5 on top. The HTC One, though, shipped with HTC Sense 5.0, and the biggest difference between the two skins is that Blinkfeed is now able to be killed off or disabled on the phone, which is the biggest feature of HTC Sense here. You can see the Blinkfeed here. You can add your Twitter, your Facebook, and stuff like that, which is like a flipboard on the home screen. If you flip all the way to the left-hand side of the home screens that are available here. As far as performance goes on the HTC One Max, I was really happy with the performance. No lag whatsoever found on the phone itself. The HTC One Max features the same rear-facing camera in the HTC One, which is a 4-megapixel ultra-pixel camera, and by ultra-pixel I mean they crowd fewer pixels into the sensor to make it possible to get superior performance in low-light situations. The only difference though between the two cameras in those phones is that in the HTC One Max they got rid of the optic image stabilization, which they probably should have kept and tried to improve on in the HTC One Max. So what you're going to get in the HTC One Max camera is a middle-of-the-road camera, something on a mid-grade phone there, and it's not going to be as good as you'll find on the best cameras that are in phones like the Nokia Lumia 1020 or maybe even the Galaxy S4 or the iPhone 5S. So my final thoughts on the HTC One Max are, first of all, big, big, big. This is a big phone with a big screen, and you're going to need big hands to handle it. I was unable to use the HTC One Max without using both hands because of the size and because of the weight of the phone. Some negatives about the phone are the rear-facing 4-megapixel ultra-pixel camera. It could have been better. They shouldn't have taken out the optic image stabilization. It's just the middle-of-the-road camera. The fingerprint scanner on the back of the phone, I wasn't too big on that one as well. Some positives are the operating system. HTC Sense 5.5 lets you disable Blinkfeed, and the Android 4.3, it was smooth throughout the whole operating system, and the battery life was good as well. I got through about a day and a half worth of use on one charge, and that's with using or watching some video on the phone. So if you're not going to be watching video, you're going to get through 2 days probably on the battery, though I wish it was removable, and the call quality was good as well. If you have any questions or comments about the HTC One Max, leave those down below in the comments section, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.